Hello, folks. Well, here we are again. More news stories about some elected officials allegedly engaged in illegal and unethical behavior. As a tax-paying Pennsylvanian, I am outraged by these claims. And as an elected official, I am disheartened that anyone who takes the oath of office might be implicated in such activity. For fairness' sake, any American accused of a crime is considered innocent until proven guilty. The investigators will have to do their jobs, and findings will have to survive scrutiny. None of us know what the outcome will be, but I can say this. I have been working hard for a long time to emphasize accountability and integrity in Harrisburg, and I want to let you know about 5 pieces of legislation I introduced to tighten the rules and end the perks some elected officials enjoy. Perks that, if not illegal, certainly have raised questions about ethics and honesty. I assure you that I am not a Johnny-come-lately to the legislative reform movement. I have been a leader on government reform, and I introduced these bills well before the latest news reports hit the stands. In fact, I introduced these bills originally back in the 2011-2012 session. They didn't pass, but that has not dissuaded me. I reintroduced them last summer, again, well before the latest round of complaints concerning the propriety of legislative gifts. House Bill 1667 would prohibit state legislators from accepting gifts from anyone who might directly profit from business the General Assembly conducts. This would include lobbyists, business and union interests, trade groups, and so forth. As hard as it might be to believe, lawmakers can accept gifts from such individuals today, as long as they are reported. Now, folks, I assure you that most of the men and women who serve the Commonwealth thankfully do so with honor and dignity. But it only takes a few bad apples to spoil the whole bushel. We must work not only to root out corruption, but to eliminate any perception that wrongdoing might be occurring. That is why it is so crucial that we do away entirely with the practice of lawmakers receiving any types of gifts from lobbyists or other corporate interests. And let's make it clear, my bills do not target only state legislators, but all elected officials who serve the people of Pennsylvania. My bills would apply to school boards, county commissions, and others. House Bill 1669 would ban elected officials from receiving free, lavish hotel rooms, luxury trips, or other excessive travel expenses from individuals and groups. There are sometimes legitimate reasons why an elected official may travel somewhere and have a hotel room paid for or expenses reimbursed, such as perhaps being an invited keynote speaker at a veterans convention or a related group. It is important, however, that reasonable limits be set on what types of airfare, hotel rooms, and such that are purchased. Nothing first class and no penthouse suites. Only legitimate and reasonable travel expenses for a worthwhile purpose should be covered. Let's remove any hint of quid pro quo. House Bill 1668 would expand the definition of public officials to include the full and part-time attorneys public bodies hire. Right now, a solicitor serving a school board, for example, isn't considered a public official. Consequently, he is exempt from many reporting requirements and ethics restrictions by which other officials must abide. It's important that we know any conflicts of interest our legal counsel might have. After all, they are hired to give us advice and represent the people in court. House Bill 1509 would expand the reporting requirements of public officials to reveal any conflict of interest that may involve immediate family members. Under current law, a public official must only disclose such activities that could benefit a parent, spouse, child, brother, or sister. This leaves open the possibility of circumventing the law by benefiting spouses of family members, grandparents, grandchildren, or in-laws. My measure would include these other family members to prevent the possibility of such abuses. This tightening of the law is needed and appropriate to maintain the integrity of our government. And finally, House Bill 1670 would work to ensure that officials who are required to file financial disclosure statements do so in a timely manner. It would increase the penalty for failing to file on time to $2,000. It is imperative that we have current information on public officials and any potential conflicts of interest. Folks, as you can tell, these are all common sense proposals that should enjoy wide support in the legislature. This is not a Republican issue or a Democrat issue. It's an issue related to upholding public confidence and serving taxpayers well. The citizens of Pennsylvania have a right to expect a state government that is open, transparent, and that plays by the rules. Public confidence in the institutions entrusted with the safety and security of all Pennsylvanians is essential to maintain the health and vitality of the democratic process. Let's pass these 5 reform bills and renew the public's trust in all levels of Pennsylvania government. Thank you, and God bless.